Okay, we're back in the garage with the 2020 XTR X2. We were waiting, the bumper just come in. It's new for 2020. I believe it's going to be for the 20 and up X2, X4s. But it's their new Yamaha's front brush guard. And basically it's a little beefier, same basic design and the way it's going to look on the machine, but it has the winch mount built right into it, and also these tie down points also. But you can see it definitely has a little more meat to it, and it's made to accept into the changes that they made on the front frame of the 2020 X2s and X4s. So it looks pretty simple. I'm gonna tear the old bumper off and we'll see how the new one goes on. It only gives you 3 new bolts with it. So let's get the old one off and see how this one goes on. Okay, so we got this stock front brush guard off. Pretty simple. There's 3 bolts, as you can see, the holes on the bottom, and then you got 1 on each side at the top below the headlight, and then you have 1 in the back close to the radiator on each side. So basically what I did is I just zip tied the winch up out of the way. That way I didn't have to disconnect the wires. So we're gonna put the new brush guard on. It looks like everything's reused except the 3 bottom bolts. They give you new bolts. I'm not sure why they look identical. So, but anyway, we'll put the new bolts in the bottom here and get it bolted up and see what she looks like. Okay, so we got the new brush guard on, and it bolts on the same way the old bumper bolted on, minus the old winch plate that comes on your factory bumper if you have the XTR edition. But you don't need to buy a winch plate if you buy this brush guard, because it is I don't know if you can see, but it's much thicker material, so it eliminates the need for the plate itself. The only small issue that I found was on the stock plate, but everybody may be running different winches. The nuts are welded onto the stock winch plate, so the only thing we had to do was get short grade 8 bolts and nuts for the backside to mount the fair lead onto the front of the bumper. So that is something that isn't provided in the kit, and you're going to need to get yourself. But like I said, everybody's going to be running a different setup, so your needs are going to vary there. But we do have the holes here for the LED light pods sold by Yamaha. We're going to go ahead and install them. Now, I had previously showed how the wiring was done, and we have the ends that are going to plug into the light pods there. We're going to have to run them down, but I'm going to go ahead and get the light pods mounted, and then we'll show you what it looks like finished up, and show you what it looks like with the light pods lit up. Okay, so we got the LED light pods in. As you can see, they're pretty simple. They just have a 10mm bolt that comes up through, tighten that up, and then there's an adjustment bolt on the side. There's not a whole lot of adjustment once you get them in the holes, but they look pretty cool, and they fill the holes in the bumper. They aim out pretty far, you know what I'm saying, so it should make it pretty wide. I believe they sell spot and flood. These are the flood, so they should actually shine out pretty broad, you know, a wider field. But there's lots of extra wire that comes with it, but I basically just ran my wires, you know, from the switch. It comes out of here, and one plug I have mounted down in there, and I have them zip tied to the, I don't know if you can see, the rail, the rad rail in the front. Same on this side. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it looks pretty good, and we'll see what they look like lit up. They look pretty sweet. So we'll try it out. I'm worried that they're down low, that they may get dirty, but we'll see how they work. We may add a light bar on top, but we'll see how these work. But they're definitely bright, and they definitely look mean. But there you go. There's the new Yamaha brush guard. I do believe this brush guard with the integrated winch mount, I don't know if they're getting rid of the old one, but I believe it should mount right up on the prior year X2 and X4s. I will confirm that and add that in the notes of this video. But maybe this is just a new and improved, and it does, like I said, have the winch mount built in, so you don't have to use the bracket, along with the 2 tie down points on both sides, which is a nice feature when you're going to haul it, because I know I was always putting my strap around this part of the bumper and the paints wore off on mine. And this is actually a different coating than mine. It's more of a textured finish. Mine was more of a smooth satin finish on the prior one, so that's a difference that they did make on it, but it definitely looks pretty mean. We're gonna try to get some graphics made for this XTR build, and you know, kind of set it off with some Yamaha's XTR graphics on there. So stay tuned. Once we get that on, we'll show it to you all cleaned up and done. Thanks for watching.